the ultimate truth is not far away. It is not distant. It is near you, close, closer than you are to yourself. But still we go on missing it. And we have been missing it for millions of lives. This continuous missing has become a habit. Unless this habit is broken, the closest remains the most distant. Unless this habit is transcended, God, truth, or whatsoever we may call it, remains just a myth, a theory, a doctrine, a belief, but not an experience. And unless the divine is your experience, the belief is futile. It is not going to help you. On the contrary, it may hinder you. Because just by believing in it, you deceive yourself that somehow you have known it. The belief becomes the deception. It doesn't become an opening. It closes you. It makes you knowable without knowing it. It gives you a feeling of knowledge without any intimate experience of it. And remember, untruth is not such a great hindrance as the belief in the truth. If you believe, you stop seeking. If you believe, you have already taken it for granted. It cannot be so. You will have to pass through a mutation. Really, you will have to die and be reborn again. Unless the seed that you are dies, the new life cannot sprout out of it. Belief becomes a barrier. It gives you a false assurance that you have known. But that's all we have got. Belief is just borrowed. A Buddha says something, a Jesus says something, or a Muhammad, and then we go on following it, believing in it. This can create such a situation within you that the distant will appear close and the closest will continue to appear distant. It creates an illusory mind. I have heard one Sufi story that once it happened to a fish in the ocean. Somebody was talking about the ocean, and the fish heard for the first time that there exists something like ocean, she started to search. She started to ask and inquire. But nobody knew where the ocean is. She asked many fishes, great and small, known and unknown, famous and not so famous. But nobody was capable to answer where the ocean is. They all said they have heard. They all said some time in the past our ancestors have known it. It is written in the scriptures. And the ocean was all around. And they were in ocean. They were talking, living in ocean. Sometimes it happens that the closest, the nearest, is so obvious that you can forget it. The nearest is so near that you cannot look at it. Because even to look at something, certain distance is needed. Space is needed. And there is no space between you and the divine. There is no space between the fish and the ocean. No gap. The fish is part of the ocean, just like a wave. Or the ocean is just the infinite spread of the being of the fish. They are not two. They exist together. Their being is joined together. Their bodies may appear different, but their inner spirit is one. It is unitary. The same is the situation with us. We go on asking about God, whether God exists or not, and we argue much for and against. Some believe, some disbelieve. Some say it is just a myth, and some say it is the only truth. But they all depend on scriptures. Nobody has an immediate experience. When I say immediate experience, I mean experience that has grown into you, or into which you have grown. Intimate, so intimate that you cannot feel where you end and that experience begins. God cannot be an object of any search. He remains the very subjectivity. So you are not going to find him somewhere, because he is everywhere. And if you start looking for him somewhere, you will not find him anywhere. All that is divine. God just means the whole existence, the totality, the ocean that surrounds you, the ocean of life.